Hello, fellow Whovians. Yes, we're a little bit on the early side. I'd rather be early than late, but I am actually running late. I'm not even set up yet, so I figured I'd go live, come talk to you guys, and set up my studio space. And you guys got a little bit of a behind the scenes on that. I've got my camera set up there. I've got my TV where the TV is. But welcome for those who are watching and ready to go. The show, the proper, should start in about a half hour. So let's just see if this tracking is going to work. It does. All right. So yes, welcome. My comments are down there, so it's a little bit harder for me to see it, but I will do my best. And let's get set up. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I am super excited right now. I'm also cleaning. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a robot. Yeah, for those who don't know and who have not encountered me before, my name is Dave Chapman. I am one of the co-hosts here at The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Christian is not available. Melanie is not available. But I, good followers, am. And so I get to do this. I may or may not have some other people join me over the course of the show. I know that there are some weather issues going on in parts of the eastern U.S. So we'll see, I guess. I know Mark's busy. It's just a terrible day for this, right? But on top of just setting up my basic studio, I'm gonna be setting up some of my Christmas stuff because it is past American Thanksgiving, or as we call it in Canada and most of the world, Thursday. So I'm gonna go grab those boxes. In theory, you can still hear me because I've got you in my headphones. And start with this box. This is the extra fun one. Welcome to my disastrous basement of disaster. Coffee. Coffee is important, is it not? Yes, every year in the raffle, we do a series of Christmas reviews. Basically, we just go kind of all Christmas. We go all in. This is a fake it or make it thing. I'm sorry, this is going to get a little bit. I apologize for the movement. These blanket on chair. My mom used to have one like that. Fell apart about a decade ago. Yeah, no, this was my. I have no idea how old this blanket is. That's actually my roommate's. I missed a spot. Yes. Thank you, Nick. Nick, you are welcome to join into the stream anytime. You've got the StreamYard in the chat. You just have to scroll back a bit. Yes, my mom made this blanket, and I don't really need extra little funny blankets. I'm gonna hang it on the wall. Same vibe at my home. Nice. Actually, I should be able to just take this down now. I've got a new setup up here, so it's like, what can I do? I had like things wound on here so I could I had stuff hanging up there for Halloween. Might do that again anyway. So I do have my Krampus sweater that I will often hang. At least until, actually December. I kind of feel like a Krampus sweater is maybe a little bit pushing it as far as November. I mean, Krampusnacht is December, I suppose, so not really, but also, nah. Nick, thank you, Dave. Yes. So yeah, maybe I'll see. I should hear you. I do have the admin controls, so I should hear you when you pop in. If I don't, just hang out in the green room for a minute. Yeah. My roommates are all away, but I think when one of them comes home, because she's not, for some strange reason, she's not a Doctor Who fan. I don't know how I can put up with her. She's going to set up her Christmas tree upstairs. That's her plan for at least some of the day. No, don't eat that. Yeah, this is not the stool I need. Again, I apologize for the if you're going to get motion sickness. I promise it will not be that way for the entirety of everything. Just kind of the pre-show, and probably not even the entirety of the pre-show, quite frankly. Yeah. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, ta-da! Can I zoom in? There we go. Nope, that's zooming out. That's not helpful. Well, you can. But yes, it is in fact Christmas. It's Christmas, says the crazy frogs. For now, I will just tuck this. There's the black one. I have my my TARDIS stocking hung by the computer with less than care. I might actually drop that lower down. I might even put it to the other side. Whatever. That's good enough for now. Oh, right. I'm gonna actually. I have to actually redo some of all of this. What have I done with this? Oh, it's a Christmas pickle. Right. I've got a Christmas pickle. I got glassware in here. This is fun. I think I showed this off on the show. I've got. It's a Christmas die. Can't really see it in this light, but yeah, it spins. You need to figure out a place to put that. We're gonna move some of this now. So yes, I have all these games that I put in the background. A couple of different copies of Illumat. Some of these I can play on the stream on my own, usually on my Twitch channel. We are not live on my Twitch channel right now, but it is TheRatHole WHOTWHOniverse, just like my YouTube, just like, do I have that set? Just like what it says down in the corner right there. Same YouTube channel, same thing. So please, by all means, subscribe. While I'm begging for subscriptions, it's my birthday in a few weeks. My goal between October and my birthday on the 22nd is to get 46 new subscribers. I still need like 30 something. So please give me a birthday present. You know what I'm gonna do? There we go. Right. Maybe if I make this wider, it will be less annoying. Hi, Holton. I could technically just hang this, but I don't really trust it enough for that. So we're gonna put it. I think we'll put it up there. Yeah, here's the this Christmas tree die, and it's got a little arrow right there. Put that up. I will put the rest of this up. I've got more glassware. I've got more dice, so I'll put those up. Dice bag right there as well, just so I've got easy access to it. But yes, because my birthday is in December, terribly in December, and I hate that. Kind of have to fake it till I make it with Christmas. That's just kind of the way it is. And if your birthday is also near Christmas, you know what I'm talking about. And if that's you, I am so sorry to hear that. Yes, I have boxes upon boxes of Christmas games. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I will set up my main space, and then I'll put those games up. Because we've got a show to do in 20 minutes, give or take. Oh, that's yoga mat that I'm tripping over. Mother, a friend of mine, has her birthday on Christmas Eve. Ooh. My late Derby wife was her birthday was Christmas Day. I don't envy people like that. It's just it's awful. When you're a kid, it's a ripoff, straight up. When you're an adult, it's not as bad, but when you're a kid, straight up ripoff. Because inevitably you've got that one relative that, oh, I'm just going to give you one combined gift. I promise it's good enough to make up for that. It's never good. It's very rarely good enough to make up for that. Sometimes it is. Like one year I got a tabletop hockey game. Okay, that was kind of big and kind of cool. I can see that go away. Thank you, Stuart. We have two of those little robo things. One's name is Stuart, that one, and one's name is Kevin. I refuse to call Kevin or Stuart Kevin. I refuse to call Stuart. I call Stuart Dave. Dave is also a minion, and it drives my roommate nuts. I can only tolerate one Dave. Like, haha. Probably won't need this camera set, but I'm going to set up anyway because I'll probably need it eventually. So let's put it like that. So yes, this is now this becomes an overhead camera. I'll usually sometimes use that camera that I'm got up on the TV right now, so I can move it, zoom, all of that stuff. I do actually need to get a better one. I'm tripping over things. I also got a giant mess on the floor right now. Hello, sorry for bothering. Oh, there. I will. Sorry, Twitch viewers. I don't even have access to that particular person. I'll have to get that reported some way. I can't even deal with it through StreamYard. If you're not on Twitch, you can't even see the comment. It's just a generic spammer. So as you can see, it's an annoying plastic table. So when I was at Origins in Columbus at the beginning of the summer, I picked up this to, one, act as a noise dampener, but also kind of make it look prettier. This is an absolutely fabulous neoprene table cover from Game Toppers. They do not pay me to say that, but you know what? They make good stuff. So it's a nice, really thick neoprene on the bottom, nice cover on top. Surprisingly liquid proof. Not entirely, but more than you'd think. Because I have certainly spilled on it before. And then, oops, screen cleaner going away. I went and got myself a little cart. I don't normally put on here, but I'll do it anyway. This includes a 15-foot cord that I can plug in over there. I've got extra power for when I run my camera over here. Got a little clippy for my iPad if I want to use that. Let's put that over there. I've got my switcher. I don't normally take down, but I did for reasons that I don't remember. My microphone, which I took down because I was trying to use a different mic setup today, normally sits in here as well. I'll put it up in a minute. I don't need that. Yeah, so this little switcher lets me go through different cameras, which is always nice. I can, and maybe after the show, will go through and do So I'm gonna have to turn you off here quick. Be quick. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it now. Now I've got cables running around. Thank you for your service. I'm gonna just quickly drop this guy upstairs. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I can plug in. I've got an Apple TV, an old Apple TV, so I can connect my iPhone, my iPad to it, and I will likely do that a little bit later. Because now that I figured out the setting on it to let my sound go, hopefully you can still hear me. I can play things like Worlds Apart, which is now on mobile. I can play things like The Lonely Assassins, which definitely needs sound. There we go. Time is 11:11 my time, so we've still got 20 minutes. I'm going to move my camera. You know, I'm huffing and puffing like I'm totally out of shape. What else we got for comments here? Will you be talking throughout the program? Probably not. I might reply to the odd answer. You're welcome to put me on mute. That's not my plan. Obviously, the show's not on. I'm not watching, so you don't want dead air. Yes. Not sure where RTD is going with this. It's just some guy decorating his basement. Is this supposed to be avant-garde filmmaking? Does he get eaten by the meat? Intriguing. Maybe, Edward. You never know. You never know. All right. So I'm going to bring this up. Minimize that. Perfect. Because I'm going to disconnect things for a moment, I'm going to give you something extra different. Also, we'll be able to see the show. No, Thomas, we legally cannot put the show up during this. You do need to bring it up through Disney Plus or BBC, BBC iPlayer, etc., wherever you need it. This is an opportunity for us to talk before and after the show, as well as we can type stuff during the show. Oh my god, that was amazing! Whatever we want to do, and just kind of be a community. That's what this is about. It's all about the community. Like I said, we'll talk about it after. Hopefully, I'll have a few other people joining me to talk about the show. And there's a good chance no, it's not a good chance. I have a big box of things that is very, very cool. No, that's no Holton. No Holton. That's not what his name is. It is Beep with a P. The Meep with a P. No, not T. T. I'm going to. I don't know if you can hear this going right now. Share. There we go. Let's switch this up to this though. Why are you doing that? No, unfortunately, there is no back door. I would love there to be a back door. There is not, in fact, a back door to make this happen. Can you guys hear the TARDIS background? I can't because of the way it shares. So I don't know if that's happening or not. I'm going to quickly. I'm quite upset the BBC America isn't showing it. I get it. Sorry, Fetch. There is, yeah. Up here we had it on CTV Sci-Fi, and it was not a thing. Nick, I see you in the back there. I'm going to bring you up in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn myself off for a moment because I'm going to disconnect my camera just while I move my laptops and stuff around. Okay, good. We do, in fact, have sound from that video. Fabulous. So I'm just going to pop that up. I will be, Nick, I'll pull you up in a second as soon as I get things relayed out. you doing, Nick?
I'm good. It's so much fun seeing you decorating.
This is a way I can get online, do the thing, and kind of thing go on. Willis shows me. Let's just go back through some of these comments. Yeah, some people are upset that they can't. We're hoping for a back door to watch the show. I wish that was the case. Glad that the background worked. Welcome, Craig. Will this stream be saved on the YouTube channel? Yes, it will. So you can always go back and sync it up. And so any comments that come up, set it for live and watch the show. And there's Nick answering. Yes, I do. There we go. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Great. Yay, doing the thing. Will this be a full episode? We will be live for the entire episode and then some afterwards, because I've actually got a big giant box of cool stuff that I know Nick is going to be interested to see from a professional as well as personal standpoint.
Awesome.
So I'm going to open that up after the fact. I have to go up and get it. And we will, Nick and I and anyone else who happens to show up in the next hour, are going to talk about what we've just seen. During the episode, we'll probably be quiet, but you can still type comments in, and we can still chat, which is always nice. Hello, General Grievous. And Isaac. Well, no, it is not being streamed live on YouTube. As we were saying before, you do need to go into Disney Plus or BBC iPlayer to watch the episode. We cannot put it on camera. We will get struck down so fast. It's not even funny.
Okay.
But we can definitely talk about it while
we'll
it's going
be talking about it. Yes.
Yes. And Nick looks like Clark Kent. Not supposed to know that he's Superman.
Wearing a Doctor Who shirt. Hey,
nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So then what if Clark Kent became Captain Britain? Dum dum dum. I'm gonna keep setting up here while we chit chat.
Yes.
So how have you been, Nick? How are things?
I've been good. I'm moving to upstate New York in a few weeks. So every day I just pack a little something. Today I'm going to pack my 500-year diary. Just whatever, it's very slow kind of. I don't want to pack, but I have to.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of
You're
deal.
in Tennessee now, right?
I am, yeah. Nashville is so much fun, but it's time to go and
see each other.
Somewhere else.
Every time I've gone through there, you have not been there.
Yeah, I hide from you. I'm winning hide and seek. So
yes, so it seems.
Again,
I'm going to take it slightly personally, I think.
What games are you playing right now, Dave?
What games am I playing right now? I've been working on some Christmas games. I got a bag of Christmas games. Those reviews are going up kind of as we speak. I just had the Turkey Trial, which is an 18-card escape room style mystery game.
Ooh.
And I'm actually on the 12th. I'm up over here because I can type it now since you mentioned it. On the 12th, I'm going to be streaming it as well. I should pick that show will start shortly. The Birthday Burglary, which is the same thing, over on my YouTube channel, TheRatHole.ca. And anyone who wants to can go pick up a copy, play along, just watch, chime in from the comments. It's one of the few products that I've actually recommended as a print and play because it's so small and so tight.
Nice.
So I love them. We've done a few. They've got a whole series called the Holiday Hijinks. What else we got going on here?
You must be really good at playing games because you play so much. Have you ever got stuck in one of those escape rooms?
Oh, those ones! I'm terrible at those ones. If you go through my YouTube channel, there is actually the Cupid Crisis, the Valentine's Day one I streamed, and I'm god awful terrible at it. It's just not the way my brain necessarily thinks. But that's the nice thing, is it can be done collectively. It is really easy for people to do it online. You can do it with all your family that aren't home. You can do it. I did it with my freaking my sister and her kids. The youngest is 5.
Mm-hmm.
5-year-old is not particularly helpful, but the 8-year-old actually saved our butt.
Oh,
We were
really?
going down a completely wrong idea, and she went, "No, you're nuts. No, that's wrong." And sure enough, we were wrong.
Well, that's the
So
great thing
yay for
about
her.
those kind of games. Yeah, you have the different points of view. It helps you.
Yeah. And that one, and they're really, really well set up. So even if you are terrible at that sort of game, as I am, you can get hints. You can straight up get the answer if you want, and it'll impact your score, but not actually cause problems.
Yeah, not totally ruined.
So it's really, and there is some stuff that is set up in a way that, like, if you don't know, as an example, Morse code. Okay, a lot of people aren't going to know Morse code. There's a set of hints that are that sort of thing. So like, here's Morse code. Here's semaphore. Here's a list of classic romance stories. Whatever might be applicable, but not necessarily noticeable.
So you're learning stuff too.
Exactly. So, see, this is a rather large box, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's almost full.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely gonna be. I got a few things in there. I had to open it. The box is a little beat up, so I wanted to check it. But there's a couple of things in there that I have not really looked at. I know what they all are, but they don't even exist in North America yet.
Oh.
That box came to me from Ireland.
All right.
Which is kind of cool.
Ireland, Canada, America.
It is cheaper to send that box from Ireland than it is from the US.
Well, that's just crazy talk.
I know, right? Normally I would say, hey, just come to the border, meet me there, and like toss it. This is like 20 pounds. Don't toss that. That's a terrible plan.
So I got little Beep the Meeps staring at me from our screen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico did such a great job on that thing.
I still can't take them over. It's amazing.
There we go. Yeah.
The eyes follow me around the room.
Yeah. I'll set other numbers up too. I've got my second camera set up here so I can like
the kind of bird's eye view is really cool.
I didn't put the bird's eye view up. I've got it. I put the anchor in for it, but I've got that specific camera set up over on my computer or on my TV, so I could actually, if I desire to, I can just go over there and sit down where it's nice and comfortable.
Nice.
And check out comments. I probably won't do that just because my laptop's over here. Let's take a look at some of these comments.
Yeah, Doctor Who at 60. I'll be in Fredonia, south of Buffalo. So not that far from Syracuse.
Okay.
Syracuse.
Okay. Nice. Welcome, Dr. Ghoul. Wales, Cardiff, yay. Caroline just moved as well. My condolences to that.
Thank you, Terry.
I'm excited. So are we. That's why we're here. We are here to do this as a community, to have fun. Whether you enjoy it, whether you don't, is fine. But we want to do this as a group, as a community.
I'm excited for myself, but also for all my friends who I just know how much they love David Tennant and the Donna character and that whole family. I just know they're going to get a big kick out of seeing those people again. So that makes me happy.
My former partner is relatively recently, her daughter has discovered David Tennant through good, mostly, actually, really not even specifically through Good Omens, but ultimately through Good Omens, and is excited, so to speak. I'm sure Georgia loves that depiction of what he does. Oh, it's part of Starfleet International. Nice.
All right.
Very cool. Well, say hello from the IKV Swift Hawk in the Klingon Assault Group over here in North America. We also had another David Chapman who is one of the lead designers on Doctors and Daleks and the Doctor Who role-playing game on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS in early summer or end of spring. And that interview is going to be coming to Cosmic Mass Magazine shortly, is it not, Nick?
That's right. I had so much fun kind of describing who's talking when they're all called Dave. And we should have thrown your robot in there too. Robot Dave could have had cameo.
Yes. I am actor was for the whole most of the classic season. Like I think he started in like with Tom Baker. One of the video effects guys was also David Chapman. And he's and I'm not saying we're gonna get him on the show. I've been trying to track this man down professionally for several years now. And I finally have a lead that won't pan out or not until the new year. But we may have another opportunity to have this fun. Meanwhile, the show should be starting any second now.
Very exciting.
This is the wrong remote.
The great thing about streaming is you can jump on any time. Yeah.
Kanakastania. You must be in Alberta if you're thinking it's that. Yes, I TheRatHole.ca. Yes, I am out in Alberta. So, hello, Dr. Ghoul. To a fellow Canadian. Yeah, it's not. Mine's not showing up yet either. I have not done one of these live drops before.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's just gonna show up. Am I gonna have to? It's gonna kind of bot back in and out of the thing. Yeah, still showing watch list. But I mean, it is still only 29. So in theory, it drops in about a minute.
It better.
All the new Star Trek shows on a streaming service, new Star Wars stuff on a streaming service. Yeah. You know, honestly, the new Star Trek stuff has been on a streaming service before it was on TV. In fact, Picard ever on US TV?
I don't know.
Here we go. It is available now. So if you do not see it on your Disney Plus, just go back in and you will see it. And I'm going to start it in about 10 seconds, and I'm going to put myself on mute, and we can do the thing. Here we go.
I'll come back. I'm enjoying the music, and I'm sure we'll get hit for it being in the background. So I'll be on in a second. Boom! And that, my fine friends, was Star Beast. That was amazing. There's going to be some people hopefully watching this that may not be quite done. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes so that anyone who's started a couple seconds late or a couple minutes late can finish it off. So I'm going to go away. Hopefully we'll have a few more Team TARDIS. I think Nick's coming back. We'll see if anyone else does. Yes, the G, it is over. Technically, it's over, but again, there might be some people who aren't. So I'm going to hop off for just a few seconds. We'll be right back, and we will talk about the Star Beast. In the meantime, please stop by or leave your comments in the comments. Tell me what you think, and we'll talk about it in just a few quick minutes. And we're going to pop back over there. We're going to pop back over here. And we will set this up. Boop. There we go. And I'll be right back.
Well, that was quite something.
I know why it's not working, because this microphone is attached to this camera, not that camera. Hello, internet. I'll just get rid of that then. That's okay. Hello. That was definitely something. I'm gonna just adjust this right here. Yeah. Beast. I don't remember the original. I didn't have a chance to go back through it. Did we talk about the Star Beast on the show, or did we just follow up on the second meat story?
Story. Yeah. And I didn't reread the comic strip story because, you know, the way my brain works, I would be more surprised watching this. But
valid.
Now I feel like I can go back and check out. I can't believe I'm saying this, but a couple of the nuances of the comic book story that weren't in the show.
Yeah,
so it's kind of fun, the differences between them.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. I don't have the original comic. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a totally legal PDF copy of it somewhere. Yar.
Well, David Tennant has a copy. Des Skin, the original editor of Doctor Who Weekly, posted a really nice thing today saying, you know, how fun it was to see that story brought back to life, and how David Tennant talked about how he had bought a copy when he was a kid, and that was part of what hooked him on the show. And you can borrow. That's
incredible. I love that. That's very cool. I love it. So if you were just joining us, we've just finished watching the Star Beast live on Disney Plus or BBC iPlayer if you're overseas. Now I've actually got like our YouTube channel running up here so I can see me a couple seconds delayed, and it's trippy.
I know I'm like 5 minutes behind. It's so strange.
Yeah, and there's me pointing at the screen now. There's your delay time. So let's just swing back through some of these comments over the last few minutes. Mark's about 10 minutes behind. I think I had us on hold for about 5 minutes. So we'll try not to go through any big spoilers for like the next couple of minutes. That being said, do I have we still have that particular video set up in here? No, we don't have a current set of spoilers video in here. We've been cleaning up the Traveling TARDIS behind the scenes stuff, so I think that video just kind of went oops. So spoilers, sweetheart, we're gonna have some spoilers. Be aware. Know that it's a thing. I put it at the bottom, I think, in that scroll. Did I put it in the scroll? Spoilers ahead. Yes, I did. Okay, good.
Spoilers may happen.
There's no may about it at this point. It's simply gonna be.
Spoilers happen.
Yep. Let's see. And I'm just gonna put the G asked during the show on a scale from 1 to 10, what do we give it so far? I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna go through the comments. Oops, that's the wrong button. I'm gonna switch off this video background to just a plain one. I meant to turn that off when the show started, but I love that StreamYard now does that, and I like playing with it and giving it the kind of just, I think, added to it. So let's go. But yes, let's go back into, where did I lose my track of my comments? There we go. Oh, this is. I'm going to just scroll backwards because I scrolled backwards to this comment anyway. What's the over/under that Donna donated all that money to a charitable Earth? And if you don't know what ACE is and who runs ACE, then you should think really hard about ACE and what else that spells or who else that spells. Just saying.
ACE could do a lot of good with that money.
Exactly. So it's no spoiler because again we reviewed a charitable at Childhood's End, also ACE, by Sophie Aldred. We also interviewed Sophie Aldred. Sophie Aldred, of course, being Ace.
What? Wait.
What? Really?
Connection.
For those who might be new, we'll just back up just a little bit more. Ace being the last companion of the Doctor before the show went on hiatus in the 80s. And as a DVD ad. It started as a throwaway line in Sarah Jane Adventures. Oh, what's Ace doing? Oh, she started this big charity organization. And then that rolled through to a DVD promo ad of her running this big giant company that was a charity. And then that got rolled into At Childhood's End, which was an amazing book that she wrote. I swear to God, that story was the best Jodie story of her entire era. And they should have just hired Sophie to do everything. And the audiobook's even better. But that having been said, let's just scrolling forward. Yes, Iron Legion. So yeah, we let's again. This comes from the original stories. Let's see what's going on here. There we go.
I'd love to see what RTD would do with the Iron Legion.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Wrath Warriors. We were calling it the Wraith Warriors. So it's nice to have a corrected or better pronunciation of that. How's my mic, by the way? Is it too loud?
It sounds good to me. It's like the Tennessee pronunciation, the Wrath Warriors.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's over. Yes, let's see. Okay, now we're basically caught up. Mark should be getting close to caught up. General Grievous 19. I really liked it myself. I certainly did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming he's referring to the TARDIS looking like their bathroom. Okay, and yep. So Doctor Who 16 Beyond is ready to talk about the episode. But yeah, let's look at that. What do you think of the TARDIS? The new look of the TARDIS.
I like it a lot. Oh my goodness. And the color change thing. Yeah, it works for me. But then the Doctor's reaction to it really sold it. I'm running around and kind of getting excited. I could put a coffee machine in my bathroom and cut out the middleman. It would be perfect.
I'm not saying I went and got more coffee during that little hold, and I'm not saying I had to return some of the previous bunch of coffee during that time off. But I didn't cut out the middleman. I did do it in 2 different rooms.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was really cool. I mean, it's got to be the same but different to really work. And put some round things in there, and I'm happy. And also, we've got more of a classic console, so it's all good.
Definitely gonna be interesting. I want to rewind and look at that again. I mean, I'm probably gonna basically whenever I finish this show, I'll probably turn around and just watch it again. I think we saw a purple picture, like a really heavy purple vibe, as Shooty's TARDIS. So I'm wondering if they're not going to change it significantly beyond those colored lights, which we've already established can change. For him, that'll be interesting. I love the design. I love that it's like so much bigger. It's just massive. I don't know if I love all of the extra doors, but I hope they use all of the extra doors. And I would have liked, and I would have liked to have seen like the main door still just be the TARDIS door. Like that would have been a nice thing. I mean, but going back again for new viewers, the original TARDIS door didn't look like a door at all. It was just a hidden door in the wall that just went. So it's a little bit more of that feel. I like it. I want to see what they do with it. Sometimes they use that TARDIS interior beautifully, and sometimes they really just kind of it's there.
Right. And part of the curiosity is to see how much they'll retain from the 14th Doctor, the 15th, or will they do completely different things? It could go either way.
And RTD is a troll at heart. During the lead up to Shooty's announcement, half of the leaks came from him. He flat out admitted that, except for James Corden. He had no idea where that came from. But it'll be definitely interesting. So it's here's the 15th Doctor's TARDIS. Is it? We don't know. So that'll be neat. Honestly, my 2 favorite TARDIS's interiors, I think, has got to be 8 and 12.
Yeah,
because they both had this feel of a giant study, a very proper kind of a feel to it. And they used it a little bit in early Capaldi, where he's up working on the chalkboard and stuff, and then it just kind of dropped using it. And you don't really use it at the beginning and the end. They use it in Eight's movie, in the TV movie, where you do see first Sylvester McCoy and then Paul McGann kind of sitting there reading a book, doing, in a fancy chair. And I really like that interior. Like, it's got a class to it.
It's kind of the obvious way to go is it's an alien craft, but it's traveled to all these places. All these objects have been picked up, including the books, including the professorial stuff, but also a hat stand and chest full of goodies, and just the kind of clutter. It makes it seem more real, because you should see all the clutter I have. A map, and I'm trying to pack it up. I wish I had a TARDIS to fly it around.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this back in. I'm gonna switch this camera over. So, do I still have it? I still have it set to lock, don't I? Okay, unlock. How do I unlock it from here? Hold on. Oh, that's not what I need. That. It has gesture control. There we go. It should be unlocked now. Yes, if you want a giant mess. So there's me setting the stuff from me setting up my Christmassy stuff.
Wow.
But if we keep coming over here, another chair, I don't know if it'll give me a far enough view of games that are set for review. Just those blue bags are standing on their end, the big IKEA bags, but it's just like, yeah, I get the too much stuff factor of all of this.
It's real life.
It is. It really is. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, I'm assuming the G has gone off because, yes, we're definitely going to have spoilers. Spoilers. Chris loved it. Holton 6.5 out of 10. Current day stuff was preachy. It was not. I can see how it would be come across as preachy. I felt it was a little bit clumsy. But part of that, I think, is not so much. It certainly wasn't Chibnall in Orphan 51 kind of level of preachy for sure. No. But I think it was more of exposition had to be shoved in. This is the first time Doctor Who's on Disney Plus. There is thousands, if not potentially millions of people around the world who've never seen Doctor Who that really needed to kind of pull various bits in. You need to explain the sonic screwdriver. You need to throw things in. I think they did a good job of justifying some of the things that came up as well.
Yeah, if you had all the time in the world, you could just let the characters be their characters, and just through their actions, you would learn about, their proclivities and who they love and all these things. But in only an hour, you got to spell some of that stuff out.
Exactly. And I mean, we did an entire episode, and we could have done 2 episodes, quite frankly, of just covering. Here's the must-see of Donna. Yeah. So you have an idea what the heck's going on. I was not expecting the regeneration energy bit. That was cool. And passing that energy down to Rose was amazing. I love that. That was a really well done thing. Again, spoilers, everybody. I'll see it on Plex eventually, so it's not like spoilers will be Darth Vader's Luke's father level. It's true, and yes, if you don't have access to Disney Plus, it will be. You'll be able to find it. Yeah, however long it takes people to upload from now, it exists in totally not legal. Oh, sorry, sorry about that spoiler. I mean, I know it's brand new, but.
We'll wait till we get to Santa Claus.
Oh!
Yeah, spoilers.
That's a valid point. I put a copy machine in the TARDIS console.
Yep. Looking for trouble.
Oh, yes. I love it. Not a masterpiece, but I think the first Doctor Who 60th anniversary special was good. I think again, not a masterpiece. No, I really did enjoy it.
It made me laugh. It made me choke up a bit. That's what we expect from Russell T Davies, right?
Exactly. 10. I don't know. I'd give it a 10, but I'd probably put it My inclination is to put it like 8.5, maybe 9.
All right.
I want to kind of watch it when I'm also not going.
But it was so fun watching you just drink your coffee or whiskey or whatever you've got in that mug.
Promise it's just coffee.
Remember, we can see from above as well. So
yeah,
you know what you put in that mug.
Yes. This thing will keep coffee warm. I've been in like sub-zero weather and things still got keeping my coffee warm like literally the next morning. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculously good bottle, but it doesn't. The outside melted a bit while I was in Virginia over the summer. It was just so humid and hot.
It's hot in Virginia.
Yeah. And I'm like, why do I have craft herpes? Oh, it's my bottle. But yes, it was you were again, this was right in the middle of you weren't in Tennessee. It's part of the summer.
Maybe I was just
no, you weren't, because I was in Nashville. Yeah, exactly. You said you weren't there. And you were working on a show. Beginning of July, you would have been were you in Florida? I think
probably.
You were doing a show. You were doing a show of some sort.
Doing a show. Oh yeah, that's a good show. Oh, wait till that comes out. Yes, 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Dr. Donna is back, and I think gone again. I don't know that it's necessarily political. That's okay. It is what it is. And I think they used it well. An 8. Love the new TARDIS. I do as well.
Yeah.
Another 8.
It's a good 8. Yeah.
Exactly. There's definitely, and I mean, not everybody loved the modern take on certain things. I get that. That was inevitable. We know that was going to be a case, but really, it wasn't. Again, they justified a lot of its use eventually, and I was a little surprised at some of the things they handled, but I liked it. It's again, that's the world we live in, whether you like it or not. So I definitely I definitely enjoyed it overall, even with that. Yeah, it didn't bother me at all.
No, it didn't totally get in the way of the story. Certainly, that would have been an issue. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it did not spoil the story. It just was a part of it.
And by the end, it added to the story because that was part of how that all finaled.
Exactly.
But yeah, so no, it was. I again, because I've never read the comic book of Starbeast, but I've listened to the audio drama of it.
Okay.
Finnish Audio did a great adaptation of it. And it was a lot of fun. I just don't remember it, and I need to go back. Similarly, I want to go back to like the Juggernaut and Davros, and listen to some of that prequel stuff too. But there you go. Yeah, no, that's fair. As a fan, no, I still don't think I would give it a 10. But as a fan, completely non-critical view of it, I loved it.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
It was so much fun. Donna. I don't like Donna. I love Donna in this. And the clips I've seen from some of the future ones where she's just like, yeah, did the TARDIS just run away? Again, this is not really a spoiler, sort of a spoiler, but one of the scenes from a future one that they released. Was that something so scary that the TARDIS just ran away? Yep. All right, let's go. Kick its arse.
Back in action.
Exactly. I was, and it might come back and reiterate how that connection between Rose and Donna, beyond just mother and daughter, is why Rose knew how to do some of those things. I don't think it was quite as clear as it could have been, but again, I want to rewatch it to double check.
We're definitely going to see more of the family, at least the husband, judging by IMDb, and who's showing up on there.
Yeah.
So we'll see them again.
And we know we're going to see Wilf. We've already seen the spoil. We've already seen the that was one of the first things that they put out there was Bernard Cribbins on set. before he passed. So it was,
Yeah.
that's going to be tear jerking is what that's going to be. For a lot of
Teasing us. I was expecting to see him at the end of this show. Oh, let's go see Will. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go see Will. How cozy would that be? We did not do cozy.
We did not. No. At this point, I'm wondering if we're going to see him at the end of the third one. That's when I think we're going to see that. It's like RTD is going to make us work for that.
Probably.
The next one is Wild Blue Yonder. Who knows what that's going to be? Have we been given any sort of a plot summary of that one?
No, that's the mystery one.
Yeah.
We don't really know a lot.
I mean, we don't. Yeah.
We know it's going to be darker. We've been told it's going to be bleaker.
Yeah.
So, great.
But will it be bleaker with humor? Because that's the thing. You can definitely have bleak and still have moments of humor. Look at some of the Marvel movies do that really well. Some of them have done it really terribly, but some of them have done it really well, where it's like, here's a very, very serious tone. Here's a bunch of scary stuff. And where's the little bit of a one-liner? And I love that. It's really, really good.
It works. Yeah, I think all adventure storytelling needs some humor in it. Otherwise, if it takes itself too seriously, it's just boring.
Exactly. I mean, here's it just pops me not taking things too seriously. You know, it was inevitable, and he made things funny. It was a drop in the water. Agreed. So I think he handled it very, very well. You can really see the budget boost. That is also very accurate. That's production wise. I think that is definitely the biggest bang for Doctor Who buck I think that we've seen.
Imagine what they could do with a quarry. They could make the quarry look extra shiny.
There's gonna be so much. Oh, I'm not quite speechless, but I am blown away at and so excited at what we're gonna see. Yeah, it's and you know, especially in today's age where there has been a lot of controversy on this or that. I don't care. This is a show that has always adapted with the times. I love they put Shooty in An Adventure in Time and Space at the end. That was, again, being in Canada, I can't just watch it. I can probably find the new version of it, but that particular scene is on YouTube. You can find it. They've replaced Matt Smith with Shooty Gatwa, but that's the point of that. This is the future.
Yeah.
I saw someone say, because at the time they had already announced that Capaldi was coming in, Smith was leaving. Well, why didn't they put Capaldi in? Because he hadn't been revealed yet. We knew he was coming. I don't think we'd even seen the eyebrows yet.
I don't think we'd seen the eyebrows. No.
So it's like, no, you're not going to put that in. So I think, as 50th anniversary was Matt Smith. That was the appropriate answer. Same with putting Shooty in now. We know we've seen he's been revealed. I don't love that he's been revealed, but he has been revealed in ways. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I feel bad for the bloke having to wait a year.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do other stuff first. You just wait here.
7.5 to 8 in heavy contrast to the frankly consistent 3 to 4 of the Jodie era. I want to say I love Jodie, but just some of Chibnall should not rate sci-fi. I want to say this, and I've said it, I think every time we've talked about Chibnall. I appreciate what he tried to do.
Yeah, you can see what he's trying to do. Definitely.
He would have benefited by bringing in some different writers. And he definitely got hurt when they cut Flux back from 8 episodes to 6, and it showed in that. So I won't even blame him for that, because it was definitely better. That was probably overall as a season, I think, some of the best. But yeah, no. Do you have any? What are you excited for next week?
Just the unknown, because we we knew quite a lot about this one. Those of us who'd read the strip knew the story.
Mhm.
So just not knowing what's going to happen next is what I miss from the olden days of Doctor Who. And I really hope that they keep everything as secret as they can until next
Yes.
week. Obviously, they're going to tease us a bit more, but
I hope not. Honestly, I hope not.
I
would love to have just like dead radio silence,
and then people would complain if we give them too much,
which is almost better. I can almost get dead radio silence. Let the people who are gonna, beak, and let that free advertising roll. 20 times better, maybe more than the Jodie era. I nearly gave up on it altogether with her. I'm glad, and that's and that's a good reaction. I didn't like this era of Doctor Who. Hey, I'm still here. I'm back. Let's try this. That's one of the things I love about this show is that you can. I know people who have not watched any of Capaldi. Not because they hated it. That was mostly out of timing. But, I know someone who has obstinately not watched most of Matt Smith because they did not like Matt Smith. I honestly, he's one of my favorites. I have to flip a coin between him and Capaldi as my favorite modern. And I think the main reason it's not a dead, thing for Capaldi is just because the writing was a bit weird they couldn't figure out what to do with him. Was my thing there, but no, yeah. I love that people are coming back to the show.
Yeah, that's a reason for its longevity is, every few years we get a different take on the show. We get a different lead actor and we jump back in. We want to.
I think David Tennant coming. I mean, there's no denying that bringing back David Tennant and especially bringing back David Tennant and Catherine Tate together is marketing. There's no. Yes, that's obvious. Anyone who says otherwise is lying. But it's still a really good story. There's definitely stuff that we are going to find out. There's stuff that people have been why did his clothes regenerate? We don't know. I'm going to assume that we're going to find that out.
I'm curious about that. I didn't realize people had complained about that.
Oh yeah,
they did. So I want to know.
Huge complaints. It's ridiculous how much of a controversy that caused because it shouldn't have. It's nothing. But I mean, we've seen
thinking about what matters. Does it matter or does it not matter? Really, we rely on the showrunners to care about continuity at all.
Exactly. And the thing is, we see now, and this is something that didn't get a lot of media attention, but we've seen that one clip of Ncuti Gatwa with the clouds in the background going, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Those clouds aren't there. Those clouds were put in just for that clip to obscure what that scene actually is. Cool. And they publicly said that a couple of times, but it never really got a big, pop on that. But that's David's shirt. When Ncuti, from what we can tell, when Ncuti is there, Ncuti's clothes don't regenerate. So clearly from that, assuming that's correct, then that's not some new precedent. There's going to be a reason for it. We want Jodie back. I love Jodie. I don't love Chibnall, but I love Jodie. Especially her early. I've seen pictures comparing her. She's got David Tennant's smile.
Oh, those teeth.
Those teeth. That over exuberant. And she had so many of his 10th Doctor mannerisms, which makes sense because they worked together on Broadchurch for a while. They're friends. They know what's going on. So I think she did, as every Doctor has, she did brilliantly for what she was given. I really, really hope that she goes to Big Finish Audio.
Yes.
because like so many other characters, I think she'll really shine there. Bonnie Langford is apparently coming back and she's again one of those characters that really blossomed in Big Finish.
Yeah, she could definitely do with the Renaissance, for the people who've only seen her on TV. And what she was given material-wise, it'll be fun to see her doing some grown-up stuff.
Exactly. Maybe she'll touch a computer.
No, it's not like she's a computer programmer from Pease Pottage. Come on.
Dehu fan didn't love Star Beast. Wants Jodie back, but what was that title sequence? That's something I threw in the chat as I was doing. That pre-title sequence, that intro, seemed very American Matt Smith, because there was the two versions of that intro where they brought in Amy giving this, blah blah blah-ness of it.
BBC America.
Yeah, for BBC America, for all the American audience that don't know what's going on, and that's what that felt like to me. But again, this was the first Doctor Who on Disney Plus. This is going to be the first time a lot of fans, and really, I mean, it's been what, 15 years since Dr. Donna. So there are going to be people watching this episode who weren't even alive when that happened. I mentioned my former partner's daughter. She's only 14. She will, she went back and saw it, but people her age would never know. So I understand why they did that. I don't love it, but really, I mean, better to stick the exposition in that way than a lot of.
I was expecting them to do something simpler,
Yeah.
To explain who the hell this doctor person was. If it's for new audiences, how are they supposed to know?
Exactly, and that's what's hard about this episode. And it was gonna be hard no matter what, because they had to account for the drastic change in presentation. Same thing with Ncuti Gatwa with Disney Plus is going to be labeling that as season 1. That makes sense, given that they're not going to have, at least right away, the first 14 seasons, the first 13 seasons.
I'm wondering if that's partly because of the deal they have with HBO or Max or whatever they want to call themselves this week, because they sold Doctor Who to HBO and now they're selling it to someone else as well. So the way to get around that is to say this is a new show. Here's season 1.
And I'm sure eventually it will make its way there. In Canada, at least, Classic Who is on Prime. No, not on Prime. Current Doctor up to Jodie is on Prime. Jodie's nowhere. Classic Doctor, I think, is just on Tubi or whatever that free one is, and I haven't dug into that. Yeah,
I love that it's on Tubi because I can catch up on the animated stories. I haven't, bought the Blu-rays for yet. So,
those are there too. Yes. Super happy. Is
Romans on there, so they're up to date.
Have they loaded the colorized version of the Daleks?
No,
not yet. Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. So one of the Facebook pages have put up which do you like? Why do I still have that comment up there? Which of these did you like? The original 1963, the colorized, or the movie? I'm like, I have a soft spot for the movies. I really do. They were a lot of fun. We've done a couple of episodes carrying that forward. What if he did regenerate? Yes, he's human in those movies. Yeah, ignore the details. And we got up to, I think, 6 before we did timing of things. We should bring that back. We should continue through and find some more of the new modern Doctors.
That's fun.
In that.
When I was a kid, my Granny Smith took me to see the Daleks on the big screen. My poor Granny Smith having to sit through that, but I was so happy, and it was such a big deal for me. Yay. So I have a soft spot for those movies too.
I love the soundtrack. Honestly, the 60s bossa nova version of the theme song is glorious.
Oh yes.
Again, we were a Who fan 23 felt this was overhyped. Didn't really love it, but they're going to be back next week. Hopefully, Wild Blue Yonder will change their mind. Hopefully, slightly contrived and a rushed ending. Okay, I can see that. Although that's Doctor Who has a lot of rushed endings.
Our expectations are so high, and the BBC can make more money by producing less episodes and specials, because you're spending less on production, you're making more from distribution. But the bad side to that is we wait longer, we have more expectations, we're more likely to be disappointed.
Exactly.
So it's a gamble they're doing there.
So which of the two Cushing movies do you like best?
It's got to be Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD.
See, I'm the other side. I like Doctor Who and the Daleks. So we gotta watch them both if you can find them. Yeah, that's like I said, that what you're saying, that's gonna be such a tearjerker for so many people. Oh, there we go. Paul agrees with you. I'm in the minority. I usually am.
No, the first one's amazing especially because of the dead forest, the way they recreated that. It's really cool.
Yeah, nice. No, it's going to be fun. I'm also looking for. Have you watched any of the Tales from the TARDIS?
I've watched a couple. Yes.
Yeah, I managed to get a hold of them.
When I figured out what they were doing, like bookending existing stories, I was like, oh, okay, I gotta sit down quietly with these and kind of make the most of them, I guess. So maybe I'm saving them for a rainy day.
That's fair. And I think they edited them down a little bit.
Yes.
And a lot of people are kind of upset about that, and I actually am not. You can still get the originals.
It bothered me at first, but then I remembered, one of the things that made me a fan were the little omnibuses they used to show on BBC Two, I think, and the VHS videos that used to come out. They would squish everything together, and that would be fun. So there's actually a long tradition of omnibus-sized Doctor Who stories, and they've coexisted with the real stories for decades. So why not keep that going?
It's interesting in that because back in the 60s was a very different sort of storytelling. That article, when you stepped in and did Cosmic Mass Sister magazine, I had my article on Classic Who is best backwards.
Celestial Toy Room.
I have it down there somewhere. But it is, that.
This
and
this is
oh, that's the current one.
Celestial Toy Room's close.
Mine's not far, but
oh yeah, that's a good one.
But yeah, so and basically I said exactly what I just said. The storytelling in the 60s was so different that if you start with 8 and work back by Doctor, the culture shock of production doesn't hit you as much.
Right, but if you start way back in the creaky beginning, it's a slow burn for sure. As a writer, I really appreciate, they couldn't show all the action. They couldn't show someone getting thrown out of a window. They had to infer it. So the way that they do that kind of thing is really clever to me. We can't show this, but we're going to show reactions to it. We're going to use sound effects. We're going to use darkness, like film noir, to kind of hide things that we can't afford to show. So it's more creative.
Definitely. And something I noticed, again, I mentioned it in that piece, but I've said it elsewhere as well. When they came out with the Power of the Daleks, that was the first of the modern animated versions. And for those this was the first second Doctor second Doctor story. All we have is a few clips and production stills and the audio track. And that's what they've been doing for these animated, for those who are watching and don't know what we're talking about. But they put that one out in the theaters.
They did.
And not for long. They just did it for like a weekend. It was never intended to be a This is going to be in the theaters for months. People walked out.
Oh.
And I think, and the reason for that I can tell is, again, these stories were not intended to be binged.
No,
right?
no, not at all. No.
The pacing is not the same. That's why they've edited these ones down, is try and tighten that pacing up a little bit. And that's what it was. People walked into that movie expecting, you know, a Doctor Who run pacing, and they didn't get that. They got the 1960s original. And so I think that is why they've never released the rest of them in the theater, because this was a terrible plan.
Well, I saw it at the AMC Dest in Florida, and we enjoyed the heck out of it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did too, and it was great. I enjoyed it, but it was interesting.
It was.
From a, not even the film, just to watch the audience and see reactions to it was fascinating. Mm-hmm. Who went in 23? Peter Cushing was their first introduction to Classic Who. Very cool. And yes, Bernard Cribbins was in it. Mark didn't love the Paul McGann movie. Neither did Paul. You know what? I again see why people don't love it. I love it. I've been to a bunch of the sets. We've interviewed every major and a couple of minor parts of that movie except for Daphne Ashford. She's the one person we've not gotten on the show yet, which is unfortunate. We've had everyone else on the show, but Yi Cho took me around to a couple of the set locations, because it was filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, which, you know, it's a 12-hour drive for me, but I'm there relatively regularly for various things.
Yeah, this special got me thinking about that movie, because they could have gone in that direction, kept it, just simplified it to introduce more new viewers. So I'm glad. This is a good sign that they're actually going to kind of keep our continuity that we're used to and not sacrifice it for new viewing figures.
Mm-hmm. So which do you think handled that better? Because again, as you said, Paul McGann was intended to relaunch Doctor Who to an American audience, just like this is worldwide, but let's be honest, an American audience. Which do you think handled that reintroduction better? Well, or for that matter, the first, you know, the episode of Rose with the Ninth Doctor.
The TV movie is a great gateway for non-fans or, you know, casual viewers. I definitely have friends who really enjoy that knew nothing about the show, and they just enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
And I think Rose works the same way because it focuses on a human character. So this special didn't do either of those things. It definitely is encouraging people to go and watch the other shows. And I think that's part of the hook. So different choice of hook.
Yes.
Works.
I agree. Do we feel like a Chibnall episode on speed? I didn't really feel that way. Yeah, definitely rushed at the end. But again, that's not the first time that's happened. That's Doctor Who goes that most of them. Series on the War Doctor. That would be. It's a shame that he's passed away. But there is several CD sets in Big Finish Audio where John Hurt came in and did the War Doctor. And of course, being audio, they can have someone not John Hurt be the War Doctor. There's also a War Master series.
Yes.
Which I have
Speaking
not.
of spin-offs, I saw, you know, UNIT is no longer a clandestine organization for sure. It's even on the news. When they're reporting the news, it says UNIT is here. So they are out in public.
Yep. Felt like a series finale episode. I can sort of see that, which is going to be interesting, which is why I want to. It'll be better to see this when we have all three to see how that goes. Really good, not great. Liked some, disliked some. Nice, big fan of Big Finish. Yeah, no, they do such amazing stuff. Hillbillies was a big fan of K9, and whatever happened to K9, we kind of know what happened to K9. Because we did have the Sarah Jane adventures. And so K9 basically went with Sarah Jane. We don't have that anymore because, of course, Elizabeth Slater passed away as well. but her daughter is taking her part in Big Finish Audio, and I love that. And we've had her on the show as well. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Yep. See, there we go.
Girl's best friend.
Yeah. I don't really. I don't remember. I never watched that series, and I have, to be honest, I have not watched the Baker Years with K9 and with Sarah Jane since, other than a few episodes.
K9 gets mailed to Sarah Jane.
Sorry?
He gets mailed to Sarah Jane, and she opens up a package from the doctor.
Nice. Big, look, it's a big package from the doctor.
Don't put dogs in the mail.
No,
Okay.
It's mean.
You got so many goodies back there, Dave.
Yes, I do. Well, I mean, I've been setting up some of my Christmas stuff. I got like, some random promo cards that I was put, because I'm going to be doing. There's a bunch of kids that I'm doing stockings for, so I've got a whole whack of like promotional stuff that I'm going to throw in as well as everything else. But, well, I'll just. I'm fine with Davros. Davros is fine. I think if the controversy around Davros is much ado about nothing. It's if there hadn't been the reasoning behind it, everyone would have just gone, oh, okay.
Yeah, just younger Davros. That's what
exactly.
I was thinking. Yes.
Exactly. But we can keep talking, but I think do we want to see what's in this box?
I really want to see what's in that box.
So this is like I said, this is a big box. This is almost 20 pounds.
It's bigger than your head.
It is bigger than my head. It's almost bigger than my torso. And it's almost full. The only reason I opened this is because it's not quite full and got kind of beat up a little bit. I want to make sure the contents were safe and secure. We're going to start.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm going to put myself on. I'm not going to put myself on solo. I'm going to pop it this way so I can.
So, what is in 60 Years of Adventure?
So this is book 1 of 2. So you can see back here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
those are the original source books.
Mm-hmm.
For one for each doctor. And the first 11 of them, they came out. They didn't quite come out one a month, but almost one a month for the 50th anniversary. At the bottom, you can't see it. There's the 50th anniversary logos at the bottom of each of those. So for the 60th, this is now the first edition of. For those who are not up to date, this is the Doctor Who role-playing game from Cubicle 7. They're now into a second edition. I've got the first book up there, back there, or the new rule book. They've tightened it up a little bit, but those are all first edition. And obviously you can see they've got the logo, and BBC has kind of changed their logoing policy for Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a thing, but so what they did this time is this is the first 8 doctors.
Okay.
So this is not quite, this is a lot of the information that's in those same source books. Condensed down. So they still touch on basically every one of their adventures. You've got, and each of the doctors has their own adventures. That's some of the original stuff. Yeah, there's an adventure that goes through each doctor. With that little stone there.
That sounds really cool for a person like me who has no shelf space and is trying to move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then once you get through these first 8 doctors, you got the new ones. Now this only goes up to Jodie. This goes up to 13. The source book for 13 is coming in the new year. You can get the PDF already on Drive-Thru RPG and through Cubicle 7. You can also order. None of these, for the record, none of these are available yet. These
now you tell me.
These will you can order. These ones will be available in a few weeks. Basically just shipping. So then they rushed these over to me to be able to show off to you guys.
Yes.
But they go through, and this is the most you get.
Okay, yeah, I wondered.
Yeah. So they talk about it they reference it. David's on the cover twice.
It's going to happen.
And which I both love and hate, because everyone always says, David Tennant is a vampire. He didn't age. You can see how much he aged.
Mm-hmm. That's
when,
right.
when you look at that. But yes, the adventure that starts in this carries through as well. So you've actually got a 13-part story. I think it's actually 14 parts, because there is a final one. And I don't remember if it's a separate adventure that wraps everything up, or if it was attached to 13.
Yeah. But
these are really well done. I'm in the process of writing about them already. So they'll be in Cosmic Bass magazine eventually.
Eventually.
Gonna
say goodbye to Carrie Ellen. She has to go. Thank you.
Bye, Carrie. It's been fun. Hopefully you'll come back. Check us out. We'll be back. I will be doing this again next week. Again, we'll set the YouTube to be 5 minutes before the showtime. But again, I will probably be live a half hour before.
See vacuuming and
I probably won't be doing as much, decorating during that one. But I because I've got this set up, I may or may not leave it set up over the week, because it is, my roommate may not love that. But I won't be doing that. But I might be playing some Doctor Who games, because it's a thing I can do. Let's just take a look, see what we got here. Rewinding. You can like Jodie. Jodie's great. She will never accurate, I think. Can't wait till Wild Blue Laundry. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Love that. She certainly was. Definitely handy. Anyone else notice the weird breathing in the closing credits theme?
Yeah, that was different.
I didn't, but that's because it was over there. So I need to go again. I'll take another look at that.
It's kind of a rhythmic wheezing breathing.
Interesting.
Of the TARDIS wiggling. Who knows?
There's the first and fifth Doctor from Classic Who. I'm that's one of the things and this is one of my few criticisms about this, is they don't bring in David Bradley. They talk about his appearances, but they don't actually. All the pictures are still Hartnell. And 5 was great as well. Bye, Carrie. History is important, and yes, and it's not being dismissed. It's just being, a different part of history. Described. I'll be back. Yay! Third, fourth, and fifth docs for me. Yep, and fourth is a lot of people. It is what it is. Yeah, everyone got to have an opinion, and everyone should have an opinion. Starbeast was a disaster. I disagree. I think this was a great episode. And Carter City won. Yes, that is very true. That is very true. So I got more in here. Want to see more?
More goodies. Show us some more goodies.
So this is an entire The Secrets of Scaravore.
Oh, it looks cool.
This is an adventure path, an entire set of adventures. Again, I haven't cracked any of these. I have seen the PDF of this, but I've not actually dug into it. Specifically because, actually, I'll come back to specifically why in a minute. I'm going to just put this over here instead of in my other pile. I've also got.
You need the core rulebook to play that.
Correct. Kind of that is entirely adventure. Now, you can, and especially those source books, but all of these are really good for just straight up free reading. Honestly, this is still good storytelling. That's something that Cubicle 7 has done absolutely amazing in all of their Doctor Who books, and really all of their books in general. So good. So good. So I'm looking forward to going through and actually reading this full. Do I reread them or display them? No, I have gone through all of them. I've reviewed most of them. I have temporarily stopped on some of the older ones. I have to redo this web page, but all of my Doctor Who reviews are at TheRatHole.ca/who. But I was saying earlier, I started with 8, and I've been working my way backwards through those reviews, and then I'm working my way a little bit forward. So I've got 12 in there. I've got 9 in there. I'll get to the other ones. But I've got all of these second edition books now, so I don't know when I'll get to 4. But no, I've gone through all of these. And one thing I've said, I will always say about these books, if you were to go to a student and say, hey, student, we're going to give you, you have to write a report. You have to write a biography on a fictional character. Okay, I want to do the Doctor. I would give them that in a heartbeat. They add so much a weird amount of context that you can miss. Especially for some of the old ones. I've gone back and gone, wait a minute, what? And gone back and rewatched certain things going, oh, I missed that. So they care about this. Exactly, and they really do. Pity coffee spelt on it. The new TARDIS interior. Yeah. Used to buy the comics, read one to take one. Yep. Okay, that's fair. I did that a little bit on comics. Looks like the TARDIS was high on coffee and couldn't take it. Caffeine overload. Cheers.
More coffee.
But yes, Adventures in Space is another source book. This has alien creation rules in it, so you can create new species, new adversaries. It's got spaceships in it, so this is it's still going to be good as far as storytelling because they always are. But this is going to be a great addition if you're playing the game, whether you're running it or you're playing in it. They're both going to be great. And this is the extra big thing.
Oh, what else?
I got a box inside this box.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
It seems heavy, Dave.
It is. So, Jody had a custard cream dispenser and Tennant had a coffee machine. What are the odds? That's fair. Coffee did more damage than the beep. All hail the coffee. I will drink to that again. All hail the coffee.
Coffee with teeth.
Exactly. Coffee with teeth. Oh, there's a mimic for you. So yes, so I've got this other box inside of a box. We're going to turn it, and it's a nice big box. And there seems to be a look. Can you see that? Can you see that? You totally see that, right? It's not totally.
Wow.
Doctors and Daleks Collector's Edition.
Oh, yes.
So this is the last thing in this box. I'm going to put that away.
You got to open that box now. Open the box.
I'm going to open this box too. Now, I don't know if this will be sold in this or if this is a packing thing for them because it is a collector's edition. And they do have some great stuff because there is a collector's edition of the... I'm just going to knock that down. This is the collector's edition, which I've not opened. I'll open this up in a couple of weeks on the air of the core rule book.
Yeah.
Which, since I pulled this down, looks like that now. But this is Doctors and Daleks. Doctors and Daleks is 5th edition. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, 5th. Yeah. Look at the size of that thing.
This is 3 books. I believe. Have you put out my player's guide review? I think you did.
I believe so. Yes.
So, because these have been released in PDF form for a while. They had a few. They had to hold off on printing, partly because of the logos and whatnot. Like you'll notice that in that it's got Jody's logo, and even that. Whereas these, even on spine, don't have that.
Tear into that, baby.
Is the new logo, but we're going to open this up.
The new old logo.
Yeah. And this is it's got a beautiful little sleeve. It has paper on either end.
We've got an unboxing of an unboxing here, folks.
Unboxing of an unboxing of a box, of a police box.
All right.
Right?
That is nice. I like that.
It really is. Again, they do such good stuffers. This, I'm expecting this to hit a whole bunch of awards, because again, this is only been delayed because of international shipping issues. So I don't know if this will be up for awards this year or next, but this is gonna get awards. This is gorgeous. So you've got 3 books in here, and they had to fight to get this version of the logo.
Oh yes.
So you've got the full diamond on the back, but for the cover,
I like that. Yeah, it's versatile.
Mm-hmm. And they did have one of the reasons that also delayed this is they had a different set of covers when they first released it with an orange theme because of course they had announced 14th Doctor.
Yeah, I see there's 2 tenants on there. At least 2 tenants.
Yeah, exactly. Can't stop imagining Tennant as a judge. Yeah, that's valid. Coming back in and out of what we're doing here. The episode was honestly really good. Confident RDG2. Yep. Cool. Yes, it is. It's like every teenager's bedroom right now with the LEDs.
Oh yeah.
Want to see what comes next and the new fella coming in. Yes. Need a TARDIS play set of that, but we know the character won't do it. We'll see. Also, that'd be a hard one to do. Almost better to do like a racetrack of it. Someone can do a Mario Kart skin of
electric.
Yeah. Love seeing it. We need a spin and fly 14 Dr. TARDIS immediately. Yeah. Okay. Is it me or did Tennant have a Jodie personality to him? I said it earlier. I don't know if you were had logged on yet, a Who fan. I think Jodie had a David Tennant personality. Really. I mean, yes, she had her own thing, but they worked together so closely and so long on Broadchurch that they definitely have a very similar character. It's great to be fair. More Tom Baker. Yeah, I can see that as well. But then, again, I think he always had a little bit of that Baker-esque feel to him, which is why those are honestly the 2 most popular Doctors historically. She's back. Dr. Gould finally got. Didn't take long. Did not take long for the things to go out. So, yeah, watch where you are when you have coffee in your hand.
Be careful now.
Yeah. True. Indeed. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you can if you were not able to watch it appropriately, there are other ways to get a hold of it. And then we got this is what remember I was saying I didn't look too deeply into Secrets of Scaravore.
Right.
So this is the Doctor Who role-playing game, 2nd edition. Secrets of Scaravore.
Yep.
Doctors and Daleks is the Keys of Scaravore.
Interesting.
So this is the same story for different game systems. So I want to actually be able to put these 2 together. And for whatever reason, I assume because of different production teams, the 2 PDFs did not line up quite properly.
Right.
So like one was formatted as a single page, one as a double page. One had the cover as a cover, one had the cover as page 1. So I couldn't do it side by side properly. And I hate that. But now I can crack these both open side by side and look at them. I'm so excited to do that.
That's the best Christmas/birthday present for you I could think of.
Honestly, yes, it is. Short of having more subscribers over on the TheRatHole.ca's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Hype myself. Got to do that. And then we've got the Alien Archive.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, this is what you would expect it to be. This is your different stats for different characters, different villains, different everything. And it does talk in here again. I haven't broken it up. It talks a little bit about doing about stuff with the role-playing game. That's one of the nice things about this. It is the 5th edition rule set, but it is also tied very closely to the Doctor Who role-playing game. We don't know if there's going to be more of this version of the game or not.
No.
They have not announced one way or the other. I suspect there will not be, just based on some of the other shenanigans being played by Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast in regards to the D&D 5th edition rules and their new D&D 1. And the other thing that's in this box is...
I wondered what that was.
GM screen.
Oh, I see.
So if you've never run a game, you see one of these screens in front of your person running it.
Blimey.
It's going to have all sorts of cheats for them, shortcuts, so they don't have to look. So like if I need to roll, let's say, tech levels, so you want to know what a character, are they a prehistoric character? Are they something from the future? It kind of tells a little bit of what they are. Navigating the vortex, sticking the landing. If you roll a 1, it's a crash landing. So this is straight up landing the TARDIS. Plotting a course, paradoxes, damage to the TARDIS, encounters, how to describe damage, initiative. So yeah, it's just all of the things that you might need to know at a glance. And even if you don't need to know it at a glance, it keeps you, slightly separated from your players, which is nice.
Yeah, you have a little more knowledge right there in front of you.
Exactly. And if you're rolling stuff that you don't necessarily want them to see, or you've got your notes, you can not have them going, what's coming up and around through that door?
Yeah.
Well,
I started with the old FASA Doctor Who role-playing game from the 80s. We had nothing fancy like that.
No, this is true. I know we definitely had stuff a little bit here and there, but definitely not in the same way that modern ones do.
I'm so glad you're dipping into the old one on one of your shows, right?
Yes, I am. I was just only going to see if I had the a clip there, but I don't have it immediately handy. Give me a sec. But yes, we do a show called on my channel, Slinging Paint, and I've got a guy. I don't paint miniatures. No way. But I do have someone who does that for me. Whoever was doing the Star Trek thing, he's actually a big part of the Klingons club here. Whoever it was doing that. Where is my home? Give me my videos, please. I can bring it up. But yeah, we've been doing the FASA stuff. So we a ways back did the 8th Doctor miniature from I took it down. Tales of the Dalek. But this time we've done ViewTab. We're doing the FASA miniatures, which I picked up at Who North America outside Indianapolis. They've been on the show a few times. Amazing store. They've got a viewing room with stuff going. They've got a little mini museum of stuff. They've hosted people. They're such a great store. If you have a chance to go on the south end of, not far from the airport, in fact. So if you got a long layover in Indianapolis, I don't know. Go take a cab there. But yeah, we did a three 1-hour episodes of it, and it's including Sergeant Benson. So we did a little bit of that. I'm gonna see if I can bring him up here. And we're going to mute that because you don't need that sound.
Wow.
You can see him painting that up. Let's see if we can find. And James is a fan. He's not a giant fan, but he is a fan. Yeah, he's got the great miniature glasses there. And we, as well as Sergeant Benson, we also have a Time Lord, a generic Time Lord, because in the role playing game, you get you can be your own Time Lord. You don't have to be the Doctor.
Those
and these are
so cute. They were kind of squished down a little bit. So
yeah, they were a bit funky.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he's got a boombox. So he's got like almost a marching band, kind of an outfit there, and an old 80s boombox. Probably high tech at the time. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing over on that channel. I'll see if I can find the comparison pictures on my phone. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. What do we got going? It's meeping time. I agree. 100%. It is totally meeping time. I love that. Definitely want the meep, both good and otherwise. I kind of wish that they had kept the cute. Like, definitely moments of, but I really kind of wish they had kept it. The cute version for as much as feasible.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They definitely kind of gave that away quickly.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway through the show, and okay, we've done that gag. No, back to the Dr. Donna thing.
And as much as that was, I mean, we knew, those of us who knew what was happening, knew that was going to happen, but also, all right, for some reason I don't have my comparison picture, but yeah, there's the
yeah, see what I mean? A little bit squished, but
yeah,
still awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere I had actually done up, and I thought I had it here, but I don't know what I did with it. There we go. Because one of the episodes that was on,
it looks just like him.
Yeah, like it's actually, they did aside from the cut, the weirdness of this thing, it did a really good, they actually did a decent job with these miniatures of the characters that existed.
It's really well painted.
Yeah. Oh, James does amazing work. He really does. We'll be starting here in the next, probably not this week. I think next week he's starting. Every Christmas for our Christmas series, we do War on Christmas Village. So he's going to be doing some of that coming up, which is some brilliant stuff. What else we got going here? More comment. Look, he's reminding me ex-wife. Not going to say I have similar feelings, but I can see that. Gotta be honest, I think I expected too much from the Star Beast, but I mean, we haven't had Who for like 13 months, and that's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah,
that's the risk of having so much of this,
right? And it's a concern as the seasons are shrinking and shrinking again. We've got 8 episodes next year, so we'll definitely have people picking over them, like people picked over Game of Thrones when they shrank those episodes down.
Yeah. But at least they're already filming his next series, which is nice.
That helps.
We won't have the giant gap of we have to wait for production, and it's already rolling. I think that's smart.
That really helps. Yeah. Otherwise, people are releasing charity records and getting upset. There's no need for that. Just give us a few pictures, and we're happy.
Exactly. Dave Gibbons and Pat Mills should be proud. They nailed Meep. Ironically, I know another Dave Gibbons who also has a published a Doctor Who story. So kind of cool. Not the same Dave Gibbons by any stretch. He would have been, when that came out, possibly in diapers still. But yeah, maybe I'll like it more in a second watch. Possibly. I certainly would. I'm looking forward to it.
It definitely seems like one that's very rewatchable. I'm not sad that I will be rewatching that.
Yes. I'm probably going to rewatch it today, and I'll probably rewatch it again next week before I go live. I used to do D&D as a Time Lord masquerading as a druid sorcerer. No end about. I love it. And that is one of the cool things about this is you can bring in, if you want a Dalek in your regular D&D, you can do that. Or vice versa. If you want a dragon or you want all of those other D&D stuff, you can bring it into Doctors and Daleks. Nice. And I don't know how well they've talked about transferring, again, because I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't had a chance. I don't know how well they talk about transferring it into the role-playing game. But that would be kind of neat. If there is a good conversion conversation there, it's a couple of extra steps.
Yeah.
But and the Vortex system that runs the Doctor Who role-playing game is actually quite simple. It's not actually that hard to revamp stuff like that.
You say that. but simple to you, a veteran gamer.
Okay, that's fair. Actually, no. I'm not. No, I think it is legitimately as someone whose job it is to review stuff. It's on the simpler side of systems. It is a simpler system to learn than your Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
It is not rules light. Paul likes that idea. Even wore a vegetable on his jacket.
Oh, you could have a whole salad on there if you wanted.
You could. All of a sudden, you got cheek banana. Celery. No, not celery. I mean, probably. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, there we go. Properly done. Excellent. Yeah, no, this is what I love about gaming is there's just, if you want crunch, if you want hard, crunchy, everything has a statistic down to your sneeze, those games exist.
Yeah.
If you want the other end of the spectrum, where it's silly rules, stupidly rules light. Oh, is that this one here? Oh, yes, it is. I think it is. You've got that too. No, this is still empty.
Oh.
That's okay. I'm rolling. Where is it? There is. I've showed this off, but I want to show it off again because it's just so much fun, and I think you'll get a kick out of it if I can find it.
This is Dave having a rummage.
Oh yeah, I got mutants. So this is the entire game. You're a cat. They got a second edition that has a slightly different stat for what you have to give.
That's funny.
But I mean, this is an entire game, Shadow of Mog, from I forgot, they've changed their name, so I can't remember what it is. It used to be Anima Press. This is an entirely post-apocalyptic game that takes place in the tube.
Oh, okay.
And the tunnels. And being fans.
There you go. Chrono Aristocrat.
Yep. And there is what do they call it? He has a super screwdriver that can unlock anything. Fedora and multicolors. So here we go. Keys to the SID-RAT. Spatial ignition dialect rotor amplitude traveler. And a bag of jelly babies. But I right? And you got a tube map that kind of splits between the two covers. But I when I was over there, I went and got myself an upgrade.
Oh.
So the expansion with the Elizabeth line. I would like to, the Traveling TARDIS, our Traveling TARDIS, was the first TARDIS on the Elizabeth line. Myself and Mark Robinson went running amok all over London, back and forth, and way too much back and forthing. But yeah, hit a bunch of stuff. It was great.
Really great.
But yeah, I took the TARDIS around. You can see it on the Facebook page.
What are the comments?
I'm with Bob. I don't need drugs. I have frop. I have some of your drugs. And I'm going backwards at this point. Of course, I also did Deadpool is a ranger called Wild. Who knew he was in a game and was excellent at trap. I love that so much. So much. Need to put more cyber leader in your excellent. Nice. This is why I love this show. Your audience is, we'll have a great conversation.
Yeah.
And then happy days. Tired. Yeah, Peyton, I get that. It's been a long weekend already, hasn't it? Already. But I'm gonna put these back. Right. And I can't wait to I cracked the box just to check, to make sure things were good. But like I said, it was so much effort to not open this. It showed up Thursday. It was supposed to show up yesterday. It was supposed to show up yesterday night, and it showed up Thursday afternoon. I'm like,
Talk about having the patience of a saint.
Right? But it's so much fun. We will be doing, after these specials run, we're supposed to have an episode where I look at all of the Doctor Who games of the year. This Magic the Gathering, Doctor Who Nemesis, which I put away. It's back there somewhere. So we'll look at some of those on the show, and I'll talk about those in more detail. But I wanted to do a little box opening here. You might get a smaller box opening in a future one of these watches as well. I've got a 60th anniversary thing coming from the OP, from the OP, formerly USAopoly. I'm not going to say what it is. It's publicly available. It's not a secret, but I'm not going to tell you about it.
You have to guess what it is. Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to tell you about it. No. I know that's not. I know it wasn't actually in response to me, but nevertheless, I'm going to pretend it was.
There's teasing and there's
no. Meep. Aren't they worth more money if you don't open them? Yes, theoretically. That being said, I want to use these. If nothing else, I have to review these. That is the thing. This is my job, right? All of this is not just a hobby. This is what I do. Is I talk about these games over on TheRatHole.ca. And my Doctor Who stuff also often shows up in wonderful magazines like Cosmic Mask.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Nick.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Cosmic Mask. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's really it's a real labor of love. It just gets bigger and bigger. We have lots of articles. We have lots of fiction. Short stories are very important. That's how the magazine started back in the 80s with fiction, Doctor Who fiction. Now we have lots of articles too, and more and more somehow Dave's creeping into this magazine. We've got articles about games, about his kind of take on the show. So yeah, I just try and keep it very varied, very varied. So we did a bumper one for the 60th anniversary. We're having a little break, and then it'll be back next year with lots more gaming goodies, because I have a few articles I can't wait to run from you, Dave. But I gotta say, the favorite thing about Cosmic Mask for me is the price, because it's free. You can jump online, read it. You don't have to ship it from Ireland or anything like that.
Nope.
So the more accessible we can make it, the better. And really, the focus is just, what's it like being a fan? Why are we so into this show? What makes us happy? And just really expressing ourselves and our love for this show.
Not gonna lie, kind of wish I could have it shipped over from Ireland, because I would love to have physical copies of a lot of these. There's the most recent recent cover, and there's some. Our own Melanie Dean has some stuff in there, doesn't she? She has some art. Yeah. So that's very cool. I didn't notice the hand before now. Yes. Interesting. So yeah, no, it's I'm super excited. We've got more David Tennant coming. Mm-hmm. We got Ncuti Gatwa coming. Might as well pop through some of these because Christian popped up some screenshots. We've got our new unit specialist climbing through. He looks much younger in that one, but that's just the screenshot.
The lighting.
Exactly. I still love that picture. Like that's brilliant. That was a great little bit, and that is right out of the original story too. Hiding as a
very cool, and it obviously it reminded me of ET, but then they took it in a slightly different direction. So that was
slightly. I don't have. We didn't source out the art, but that's actually a really good representation of the Roth Warriors. Mm-hmm. They did a really good job. Or freaking out. Hello. But yeah, no, we've got that. So that's been fun. What else we got? Then we got another comment here. Yeah, I can rant about being a fan. I've been a fan since I was watching Stingray on a black and white TV in Dartmouth. Oh, Dr. Cool, you. I gotta say, she's wonderful. if you have not made it out to the Maritimes in Eastern Canada, it's worth the trip. You need to take a trip out there, Nick. You really do. It's such a don't do it in the winter though. It's less beautiful in the winter, but it is such a beautiful area.
Yes,
it's just gray. It's just gray in the winter. I'm gonna grab this as well. No, I can't grab that yet. Sorry, just looking for other things I did not plan smart enough to do things with, because I'm, heaven forbid I should be on the ball.
No, you're doing all this by yourself. Come on.
Exactly. But it is definitely I'm super looking forward to this, to the next week with Wild Blue Yonder.
No, I was genuinely excited when today's special started, and I was not disappointed.
No, me either.
Good day all round.
Definitely. And there's our, so please join us next week for the Wild Blue Yonder. Same bat time, same bat channel. Wait, this isn't Batman. Same Doctor time, same Doctor channel. That doesn't ring nearly as well.
Yeah, we'll work
exactly.
On that.
You can definitely find Nick over at Cosmic Mask Magazine, which we apparently don't have a current link for, but that's okay. Look up the Doctor Who Appreciation Society. You'll find it there.
It's a mouthful, but yeah, Doctor Who Appreciation Society. You'll find me.
.org?
I think it's an org. I think we're an org. Yes.
Yeah, dwas.org, I think. You'll be able to find it there. By all means, if you love me and want more of me, by all means, pop over to my YouTube channel if you're not already there. Subscribe. Like I said, I want more subscribers for my birthday present. I'm cute and adorable, damn it. Also, I would be amiss if I did not say happy birthday to Simon Fisher-Becker, Dorian Moldovar, and a wonderful contributor to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Super nice guy.
He is amazing, and it is his birthday today. You can find there it is. There's the Cubicle 7 games that I was just showing off. Cubicle7games.com. So you can take a look at all of their info and all of their web stores. So all of this stuff, while it is none of that I've shown you, is available yet.
Right.
None of it. So the earliest of it will be next month. Some of those are not even coming out until the new year. They want to account for shipping gong shows, but you can pre-order from Cubicle 7 games, sorry. And you will get a free PDF. I think you get a free PDF with the physical copies, if I remember correctly. And so you could actually right then and there go do it, and or you can just get the PDF copies as you like.
I like that. Yeah,
exactly. For my Doctor Who reviews for gaming, TheRatHole.ca/who. I am having some website issues. That page is one of the ones that is been affected. So it is not quite up to date with my Doctor Who Nemesis stuff, but if you go to the main page, I've got detailed look at all of the different playable things in Doctor Who Nemesis, which is great. I still have one more that I'll be putting out hopefully in the new year about that.
Cool.
There we go. Happy birthday, Simon Fisher-Becker. Doctor will definitely be here. There we go. Yes,
that's what we needed.
You were. How did we know? You win. We're stealing that. Just for the record, Doc, we're stealing that. Have a good one, Paulie.
Hi, Paul.
Alonzi. Spectrum is green. Mr. Ronas.
Mr. Rons.
Probably spelt wrong. That's probably, that's okay.
We get you.
Yep. But yes, so we will be back next week. Same timey-wimey, same placey-wacy.
Adios, everybody.
Adios, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you, Nick, for joining me. Let's take away my banner because we don't need that. Say goodbye. You can, by all means, say goodbye in the comments. In the meantime and in between time, Tony, take us out. Actually, no, wait. Before Tony takes us out, I do want to point out, since it's Tony and it's Simon's birthday, the song you're about to hear in our closing is actually Simon's partner. So,
okay, cool.
You didn't know that, Nick?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
No.
Anthony, he's Tony is Simon's partner. So that's how we got connected there. And if you take a look in the lower left here, you'll see the details on his music.